Huge changes in Alice Terry. I've been at Alice Terry for 5 years, and I came in right when the big change was beginning. I see children that are working at higher levels. The expectation is greater. The work ethic of the students is just, it has skyrocketed. Things are transparent for teachers and students. They know what's expected. They see their results. They see where they need to grow. So, yeah, I think lots of positive things have happened at Alice Terry in the last 5 years.
It's pretty laid out as far as which standards to teach when. The flexibility is how you teach it, and that's based on what your kids need. And so it's awesome because it gives you a general outline, but then you're able to narrow it in even closer. We also do a pre and post test at Fort Logan and in the district. The pre-test shows us how they're approaching towards those standards, and then we do our teaching, and then the post test allows us to show what they've learned and what gaps we still have to fill.
Anytime you talk about data, it really needs to be about what are kids able to do and how can you identify what kids can and can't do. And one of the things I will say about Sheridan uses data better than, I'm a 21-year veteran in education. I've been a lot of different places, and I've heard a lot of people talk about data and, oh, here's how we do data, and the kid falls into the RTI umbrella here because of this. But what we do really well in this district, I believe, is we look at the data and then we're able to say, okay, so our child's missing these 5 standards here in math. Well, we then talk about the planning that I mentioned earlier, about how do we go back and intentionally plan to meet the needs of 15 kids at 15 different levels.
In my old district, it was kind of like, I'm just doing what I'm, and I didn't feel like I needed to be better or improve, or I'm just going to do what I'm supposed to do every year, and that's fine. In this district, as soon as I got here, it was a growth mindset, and it was pushing me to be better because these kids deserve it. So I work hard every year to do it. So, yeah, it's this district for sure. And these kids, actually, it's the kids. They push me because I want to be better for them so that they can be successful.
There's a connectedness that in Sheridan that I haven't seen in other districts that I've worked in, where we are so small. We truly are a team. One of the things that I really appreciate in Sheridan is I can pick up the phone and call anybody at any spot on the org chart to get a question answered at any moment. I don't have to worry about whether I'm jumping over someone's head. And I think that really puts us in a position of being able to, number one, have leadership density, because everybody's a part of the solution. But also, we are building a team. We are a school district where every individual school has a role in making sure that our kids are ready for post-secondary opportunities.
Building a culture of feedback for everyone, feedback not just for the teachers, feedback to the students, feedback to us as administrators. We do surveys that we send out to teachers to get that feedback on our end. But I think it's the culture of feedback, so that you don't know how to change something if somebody doesn't tell you another way to look at something, if you've always done it one way. So I think it's really developing that culture of feedback helps to develop that culture of trust and respect, that professional respect. And I also think it's the commitment to getting that feedback in a timely fashion. And we as a district have really made that a priority and have committed to all teachers that when we visit a classroom, we will give that feedback within 24 hours so that they can, translate that into actionable next steps.
Well, I think first and foremost, we were honest about the hole we were in. And we put data on the table and said, look, we are not where we need to be. And we had kind of danced around that for a long time and tried to find data that showed that we were doing well when really we didn't have kids where they needed to be when they were leaving any one of our schools. And so we were honest about that data. And then from that, we looked at what's our plan? And I would say in the last 6 or 7 years, That's a huge change, is we're planned. We have a focus. We know where we're headed. So thinking about safe and civil, about what we want for instruction, about what we expect in planning, looking at data, we have a plan for that. And so I think that's a huge change, and because of that planning, now we've got alignment among all of the schools. And it's steps at a time. It's not like it's a huge monumental task. I think that's a change too, that we know where kids are at every single day and we're able to meet those needs on a daily basis. So the needs are about this much each day. Maybe at the beginning of the year they're this much, but on a day-to-day basis you can incrementally help them get to that, achieve that goal.
Like the parents each year care more, they understand more, and they know the importance and the urgency that these kids need to grow. And so I really feel like every year the parents are more knowledgeable and they're behind us more. And the first year it didn't feel that way as much. They kind of didn't know what was going on and they didn't really care. And not that they didn't care about their kids, but they thought, oh, well, you guys got it. You'll be fine. You take care of my kids and it'll be fine. And now they want to know, and what does this mean? And what does this mean for my child? And how can I help at home? And how can I get them to where they need to be? So the community, to me, has changed in the 4 years. They are more knowledgeable about what is necessary to help their kids. That's what I feel. So it's good. Because then with that support, then we've got that triangle that we need, us and the parents and the school. I mean, without that triangle, you got to have that solid triangle. So that's what I feel like it is now, is a good solid triangle to help the kids, and it's the kids are in the middle.
Oh my goodness, yes. Well, we all know our third grade TCAP scores just made the news, so made the television. That was great. That was celebration. But I have even seen that because I've tracked my students' growth the 5 years. It is a complete turnaround, and what is expected of the second graders right now was not what was expected 5 years ago. And what they're capable of doing is just amazing right now. And the kids want it now. It's a whole different vibe.
Every day we're trying to push them towards some sort of post-education after high school. It doesn't necessarily have to be college, but getting into some sort of internship or getting into a community college, an apprenticeship, so that they have those opportunities and that they know that those are out there for them. So that's definitely a drive because they can do it.
We can break the cycle of poverty. Every student can learn, and every single teacher at Alice Terry Sheridan School District believes that every child can learn. And that's our culture. When you step into our building, you can feel it. And once you have the culture in the school, it's just going to feed down into the kids, into the teachers, to the kids. So if we can continue to have this relentless focus on data, make sure that our students are involved in this collection of data and keep it all intrinsic, sky's the limit.
I think with Sheridan High School, the sky's the limit because everyone thinks it's a bad thing because it's small. On the contrary, it's actually one of the best things that makes Sheridan High School. Because you know everyone knows you, and it's really a really good place to triumph.
I think it's a better opportunity here at Sheridan than it is at any other high school because we do have such a small system, a family almost, and then I know who to go to if I need something, what they could offer me, and know that no matter what, I can get what I need and in order to be successful, and that I will be successful if I push myself, and these people are here to help me, and I know that. And at other schools, I don't think they have that opportunity.
I think Sheridan High School is the best high school anybody could go to. I love it. It's a great community, great education, great staff, everything, and above and beyond.
I plan on going to UCD to study pharmaceutical and public speaking because I one day want to be a youth motivational speaker, and I want to one day change the world. So
there's consistency, and I think anytime there's consistency, that in and of itself will impact achievement and growth, and just the way an organization runs when there's consistency. I think that there's a common message that happens every day at Fort Logan around truly it is around achievement and moving kids forward. And I think sometimes staff thinks, Barb, we can have a little fun. You know, we can joke around and have fun, and I have to remind myself of that. But truly my goal is I want to impact every life in this school, and I believe you can do that through education. That's it.